Good morning. Thursday edition with a new colleague, first time YouTuber, college roommate Mike, who coincidentally, he used to be Incline's co-pilot. So interesting connection there. So we're in Yosemite Valley. Mike and I did a trail called Snow Creek in May of 2013. Took my Boy Scout troop up it July 2013. And over 10 years later, we're gonna give it another shot. Anything to say, Mike?
Looking forward to it.
Giddy up. Just doing the road walk. Ooh, there's Yosemite Falls. Nice to walk on the road and not have to dodge a bunch of cars. Thursday morning. Not too many people here. Best time to visit. 1 mile in, 18 minutes. Super easy for now. There's the half dome. What'd you say, Mike? At ease. The camera's not upside down. We are at Mirror Lake. 2 miles in, still pretty flat. 41 minutes into the hike from the parking area. Stopped and talked to a Yosemite employee taking care of things, and he said he did Snow Creek 3 days ago picking up trash. And we do have crampons, micro spikes, but he said it's clear all the way up. So good information. All right, I heard some pecking, and there's Mr. Woody Woodpecker, pileated woodpecker. We're at the base of the Snow Creek Trail. About 3 miles to get up. This is when it gets fun. So Mike and I are gonna shed a layer. Looks like somebody else has shed a layer before they go up. So this is gonna be great. We're now going up. Slow is the new fast. Poly, Mike.
That's it.
Mile 3, 1 hour, 16 minutes. I've introduced Mike to the poly concept. So,
Poly, that's right.
yeah. Oh, so the views are starting to reveal themselves, getting out from the trees. That is Cloud's Rest, almost 10,000 feet. I did that back in October, and I could look down and see this trail. But looking back, oh yeah. All right, there's
So far,
Mr.
so
Mike,
good.
Captain Mike, commercial airline pilot. All right, let's take off. Just showing off some cool trail work. Nice switchbacks, expertly placed rocks, and just awesome views. The views just keep getting better. Steps. Mile 4. 2 hours, 20 minutes into the hike. 1,800 feet. of elevation gain.
230.
Yeah, we still got a little ways to go. And so we're in a really steep section. You know, so look at the cobble retaining walls, switchbacks. What's the name of this trail? Snow Creek. Snow and a creek. But I could do without the snow. I opt for the dirt. D-U-R-T, as Mr. No Filter would appreciate. Keep the pedal down, Mike. Slow and steady wins the race. Excellent pace. You know, just reflecting on the last time I was on this trail, July 28th, 2013. In the rear with Bob D, AT Thru Hiker 2012. And we were chasing the rest of Troop 15 up to the bridge. Ken, Scoutmaster from Troop 15, leading the way. It was a tough hike, but man, well worth it. And glad I had my good friend Ken to open my eyes to back to the outdoors. So he was the impetus behind me taking the troop on the JMT twice. So great day. So we just passed 3 backpackers. They were completely outfitted with cold weather gear, snowshoes, snow pants, gaiters, everything. I'm staying on the dirt. Well, done with the switchbacks. Just looking, man, clouds rest. That is awesome. You can hear the wind in the trees. Fortunately, the hikers that we just passed, no snow up until the bridge. That's where we're gonna stop, get some provisions, turn around. But man, what a spectacular trail. Conditions excellent. Just looking at the engineering behind this trail, a ton of work. And wow, this is a first. There's actually a blowdown that hadn't been cleared. This trail, there's been quite a bit of maintenance done on it. So it's well cared for, but did not see too many tracks. Not too many people take Snow Creek. All right, still got some dirt. And almost to the bridge. Yeah, this is great. So yeah, there's There's a boot track here, so people do use this trail, but not many. But okay, for safety, I do have my ice axe. You know, as Incline would say, thank God I had my ice axe. Mile 5, 3 hours, 13 minutes, and almost to the creek. Coming up on a trail split. See, there's the bridge. This is a nice, well-groomed path. I guess the YNP folks came through here with some snowplow. I don't know. Maybe cross-country skiers. North Dome, 5.3 miles. Tuolumne Meadows, 16.3. Tenaya Lake, 7.6. And there's the babbling brook, Snow Creek. 5.3 miles, 3 hours, 20 minutes to the Snow Creek Bridge. All right. Gonna get a quick drink, some provisions, and do an about face. Incline would be proud. Thank God I got my ice axe and sit pad. The best provisions anybody could ask for on the trail. And clearly elevation has blown up the bag. All right, there he is. Captain Mike, commercial airline pilot flying Airbus A320s. Took the day off to do something different. Snow Creek, baby. 11 years later. Looking good.
We were here, the bridge.
Yeah, we made it here May 2013. Now it's February 2024. Almost 11 years later. So we got to do this again in 11 years. Mark my words.
All right.
Time to get down. It's 11 o'clock. It's supposed to start snowing at 3, so giddy up. You got anything to say, Mike?
This is awesome.
Okay.
If you haven't hiked with Dave, you don't know what you're missing.
All right. Okay, and we're off. It's 11 o'clock. Just about 2/10 of a mile in this snow, but nicely packed, no post holing. Time to drop the 2,800 feet. Now I get to really see the views coming down, but certainly got to pay attention to my foot placement too. Just a great day, but as H, the great Appalachian Trail thru hiker, class of '86 would say, getting to the summit is optional, getting down is mandatory. So I did lengthen my trekking poles, and I'll probably go a little bit faster going down. But the last time I went down this, about 3/4 of the way, I stopped and my legs were literally shaking. So I think my legs are in better condition. But I am 11 years older, so got to take care of the engine and the parts. So mostly out of the snow. That little section was kind of fun. Temperature is dropping. Winds are kicking up. So I'm glad to be on the downside of this hike. Great day. So February 29th, 20 years ago today, myself and 113 other soldiers from West Point, Virginia, got on a C-17 and flying to the Middle East, and we basically spent a year in northern Iraq. And I just remember sitting at the passenger terminal at Fort Dix, McGuire Joint Base, thinking, what do we got going on? And somebody, one of the soldiers, took a picture of me talking to our advisor. I saw that picture today, and just the look on everybody's face, certainly a serious, concerned look, thoughts running through everybody's minds, what to expect. Certainly a challenging year, but I will say, privileged to serve with so many fine people, some of the finest people I know, and nobody shirked their duties. Every soldier that went on mid-tour leave, they came back willingly. Nobody went AWOL. So think about, you're in a combat zone and you go home to Fort living room, seeing all your buddies, drinking, but then you have to get a ride to the airport, get on a plane, switch planes, get on a carrier, and 3 days later, you're in a combat zone. So every single soldier that went on leave came back voluntarily, willingly. So some great soldiers from Charlie Company 276. Seance. I'm not looking at the camera, I'm looking at the ground, but some pretty awesome views, a Half Dome, and some people don't like doing out and back trails. Oh, well, I've already hiked it, but coming back on the same trail, I certainly get a different perspective. So one day I want to do the JMT section south to north. The summit of Half Dome. Mile 6, clicking off 4 hours of hiking. This is pretty cool. There's the trail, and then there's a switchback, and then there's another switchback, and it just keeps going back and forth. Little flat spot, one of the few flat spots. No, we're not even at 6.5. Mile 7, 4 hours, 44 minutes.
Mile 7 finally?
Yeah, mile 7, Mike. We got 3.3 to go, 3.4. But no hurry, just sauntering, as Mr. Muir would say. I'm not looking at the camera, I'm looking down. So I texted my friend H, hiking partner, guy did AT in '86. Told him I was doing this hike. He said, be safe, and then he sends me a cover of the book, Off the Wall, Death in Yosemite. Nice. But if you've never heard of that book, Off the Wall, Death in Yosemite, it's actually a pretty good read, and I used to read it to my children as a bedtime story, hoping that they would learn lessons from others and not repeat somebody else's mistakes. So smart people learn from their experiences. Really smart people learn from others. I'm telling you, gotta check the brake fluid. March or die. This is a pretty cool section. Now they just carved the trail out of the rock, and it is the fifth group from a middle school in Cupertino, and one of the teachers said they take the cell phones from the students, and that's kind of ironic in that Apple's headquarters is in Cupertino. Is that blasphemy? Coming off Snow Creek Trail and intersecting Mirror Lake Loop Trail. So back to being flat. Still not done. Mile 8, 5 hours, 40 minutes. Mike and I put the trekking poles up. Just a nice little stroll along the loop trail. Wind's picking up, and I can start to hear just a tad bit of precipitation. So it's 1 o'clock. You know, the weather forecast was calling for stuff starting anywhere from 2 to 4 p.m. So glad we're on the flat slope. Mirror Lake. Mile 9, 6 hours, 5 minutes, 2,991 feet of elevation gain. So let's see if we can get to 3,000. A little over a mile to go. Okay, looking at Glacier Point. You go up there, you got a hike, and 4 Mile Trail is closed. So you got to go the back way. Just hit 3,000 feet of elevation gain. Mile 10, 6 hours, 27 minutes. Still a little bit to go. Got Mike, he's got rear security.
I'm gaining on you, Dave.
Yeah.
I'm going to overtake you here.
Okay.
And at the finish line.
All right. Just got to finish. Quick video of Yosemite Falls. Finishing up Snow Creek Trail with one of my college roommates, Mike, airline pilot. We did this in 2013, May. Like I said, 11 years later, almost 11 years later. So great to do something during Thursday, take a break from WORK, and take advantage of this gem that the nation has called Yosemite Park. So Mike, anything to add?
Yeah, it was awesome. Beautiful day. The weather couldn't have been better. A lot of snow up top, but it was very comfortable. It wasn't as easy as the first time I did it. I weighed a little less and was a little younger. But I'm happy to get it done. I don't know how we did it without the poles last time.
Yeah.
They saved our butt today.
As we age, we gain wisdom.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, finishing up Snow Creek, 10.55 miles, 3,008 feet, averaged 1.8 miles an hour. What a great day. What a great way to spend a day in the nation's gem. Mile marker signing out.